Hi everyone, my name is Cassie and I have been in the Ancestral Arts and Curanderismo school for the past many months, and I wanted to share a little bit about my experience in case you are thinking of signing up. I highly recommend it. For me, I was in an interesting place because I have been coming to La Ventana for many years and working with Susana and Shimshai. I have been a moon dancer for many years as well. I've completed 4 dances and I had already started sitting my vision quest. So when the school came up last year, I was wondering, is this something I need to do? Do I already have my feet firmly grounded in these traditions? Is this going to really be supportive? Is it going to take me to the depth I want to go? Or is it kind of not necessary for me to do the school? And I am so grateful that I decided to just sign up and go for it because these teachings have truly transformed my entire life. I cannot recommend it enough. What I often find is that when we commit ourselves to something big, maybe some of you have experienced this, whether it be a ceremony or a ritual or a training program, everything that needs to be healed and that can be healed and transformed comes up to meet us during that time from the moment we sign up. And this past year has definitely been one of the most challenging years of my life. And I really leaned on this school to get me through. What I found time after time was the teachings met me exactly where I was and were exactly what I needed to get me through whatever was happening in my life in that moment. It was really the most alchemical, magical thing that happens, that the universe meets us when we show up and decide to do a big piece of work. So good. All these teachings, so good. You will just get to learn so many different things. And Susanna and Shimshai are really intuitively responding to the people in the group in a really organic way. So the teachings will be catered to who's there, as well as covering all the basics in a really broad sense of what these indigenous teachings are. I have really come into myself more through this time together in this school. I've really found more of my own power, more of my own voice, more of my own sense of myself as a healer and someone who walks these medicine paths. I have been able to deepen my knowledge and my commitment to the ceremonies I was already involved with and really come further in and further grounded with my feet on this good red road in a really profound way. I just can't recommend enough diving into this school. And I think it's a really rare thing to have a teacher kind of sit down and put together a whole program that really explains all these traditions and all these teachings and then lets you ask whatever questions you have about it and gives you assignments to go through that you personally experience the transformation in a container. I have been a moon dancer for many years, and a lot of us have to learn these things on our own. So, having the chance to have a teacher really guide you through it is so special, and I highly recommend taking advantage of it. And I think another blessing of this class, especially with how the world is happening right now, as we're near the end of it with COVID-19 and kind of a world crisis at these times, is having the community. The people who show up for this class are just the most beautiful, heartfelt, committed human beings. And having the container to show up and be authentic and be vulnerable and do our healing together in a community of people who are also committed to that and holding themselves in that and holding each other in that is such a blessing, especially in these times when we're all craving really deep community. So I highly recommend it. Like, no matter how long you've been walking, whatever path you're on, as you know, there's always the opportunity to go so much deeper. And this class has transformed me in every way. I'm just so grateful to Susanna and to Shimshai. They show up always with their whole hearts. They're listening deeply to spirit and their intuition and creator, and also to what all of us need. And they've made themselves accessible. And this class is a really small group and you get to go really deep. And it's not always easy, as we know, when you commit to something. What you put into it is what you will get out of it. And I have experienced some truly deep transformation from these teachings. Everything from finally understanding the Aztec calendar in a much deeper way, which was a really big calling for me as a moon dancer, to the plants, to, oh my gosh, just so many incredible teachings are awaiting you in this class. You can read more about the curriculum, but I just, with my whole heart and soul, recommend going for it.